Alright guys, how y'all doing today? This is Master here, giving you a new tutorial on how to register for Mobile Suit Gundam Online. For those who don't know, Mobile Suit Gundam Online is a 4 or 5-year-old game that's been out in Japan right now. It is strictly only on the Japan servers. There's no English gaming for it. Best way to play it is through a VPN, so I'm going to show you today how to get registered and get into the game. And from there on out, it's up to you whether you want to play or not. So first you want to go into your handy dandy Google here and just type in the big old words MSGO English community, and it should pop up in Mobile Suit Gundam Online English from the Google site. So make sure you go to this one first. So when you go there, it's gonna bring you to this front page. Ignore all of this right here. This doesn't matter. This Discord is full of people who basically throughout the game, they don't care about it. Anybody who's come into it has been kicked out. If you ask questions about it, they kick you out. They basically gave up on the community. So anyways, let's get started on the big deal that everybody's here for. So for registering to the game, you want to go to the register tab. You're going to have to register an Bandai Namco ID. So start by going and clicking on this big nice little link right here. Should take you to register. Since you don't have a Japanese Bandai Namco ID, you're going to have to click the orange tab. If you have one, you can click the blue tab, but make sure that if you have a Bandai Namco ID, it is a Japanese one. So in order to go through this, click on our tab here. It's going to ask you for all this beautiful info right here. Don't worry about the top. What you're going to do is you're going to put an email address that you want to use. And any password for that matter. And just click sign up with your email address. Alright, it's going to ask you where your country or territory residence is. Make sure you click Asia and make sure it selects Japan. If you do not do this, you will not be able to play MSGO. It will register you for any other country, but you won't be able to play the Japanese games. Alright, enter a date of birth. I'm not going to enter mine. You can enter a fake one. It doesn't matter. 1985 420. Yeah, that looks good. Never. Alright, so it's going to send an authentication code to the email. So let's go to our handy dandy email box. Sometimes it does take a minute. Oh, there we go. It's going to ask you to enter this code right here. So 659491. And it is different for everybody, of course. Alright, so it'll give you everything right there. Okie doke. And once you're done with that, just go down to the bottom of the registering guide and click on MSGO Bandai Namco. Right, forgot. Go to the register, hit this button actually. The link on that page is broken. And it should bring you to the main page. Here you're going to hit the download looking button and go down to step 2 and hit this. So it'll download Bandai the B&O starter.exe. I already have it downloaded, so open this up, and when you start it up, it'll basically install the game. I'm not gonna reinstall that right now because I don't want to sit for an hour and let all the updates run through. It will install the game, so I will do you all a favor and boot up the installed. Okay, so when you first open this up, it's going to have 3 tabs down here. You want to click on the one that has the G, or the Gundam G looking on it, and click the orange button. That'll start the game's download. That should take care of that. So from here on out, you're going to want to get a VPN, and a VPN is the only way that you'll be able to play this game because it's region locked to Japan only. Now, for a lot of people, this is a maker or breaker. I'd like to recommend, however, Mudfish VPN. As you can see here, it even says even $1 will last you 3 months. They have updated their network infrastructure, I want to say, to make everything a little bit more smoother, so there's not a lot of lag and latency. I'd highly recommend Mudfish just because it already has MSGO loaded. It's for $5 you can get 50 gigabytes worth of data pretty much, and that'll last you a year. It lasted me a year, and I play every day. From that point, unless you don't want to pay, uh, they have a free one. It's unreliable, of course. It says it right here. Anyways, what you want to do for the Mudfish VPN is just hit mudfish.net. It should bring you to their website page. From there, you want to register up for Mudfish and then just purchase. Don't worry about anything else on here. Just register, and as you can see, it has a ton of games already supported. Even a full VPN mode if you want to go on YouTube and watch videos you can't watch in your country. Mudfish is very useful. So let's log in. Oh, we're already logged in. I'm gonna open up my dashboard, and this is what it'll look like when you have the game purchased and whatnot. Well, the data purchased. So 292 got me 2338 gigabytes. In order to equip the item for MSGO, so you'll want to do when you have all this paid and whatnot, you're gonna hit item, equip items, and go down. If you have to, Control F. It doesn't show up on mine anymore because I already have it equipped, but it should be in the M's. It'll say Mobile Suit Gundam Online. And once you get into that, it'll bring you to, when you click on it, it should bring you to a page like this that'll have you set it up. A lot of people like to do the routing paths. Pick whichever one of the Japan, Asia, Tokyo nodes there are, and just hit save. And then from that point, sometimes it'll pop up a connection screen. Just hit yes on the connection that's allowing the VPN to use your network, and obviously connect you to the game. And from that point, it's just a waiting game of whether the game will download in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, depending on how fast your network connection is. And once you get done with that, just hit the big orange button right there and it should launch the game. Sometimes it takes a minute. Yay! So I have my volume turned off just because I like to listen to other music when I play the game. Alright, so I won't use my main account for this, but when you get in, should just enter your ID, which is the email you registered for, and the password. And that one's not working, so alright. And make sure whenever you get in game, you click the top server. That's the server we play on, or that I and a lot of other people who in the past have played play on. Now, keep in mind this is a UC game, and right now we are up to the 0094 update. So you won't see Unicorn or Shinanji or any like super overpowered MS just yet. Obviously you're gonna see Double Zeta, and the high Mega Cannon is really powerful. Keep in mind though that loading into the game will take a minute just because of connection, but once you're in the game, the latency basically disappears. There will be lag spikes from time to time though, but they're like minuscule seconds, and it never really happens. Freaking Luke Skywalker looking motherfucker right there. Oh, alright. So once you get in, so you're gonna have your Federation side and your Xeon side. Pretty easy if you like hard mode and having slow bulky suits, and that are sometimes more powerful, choose Xeon, but if you like fast moving suits and flashy shit, go for the FSF. You're gonna have to make a character when you come in, obviously. You'll start out with basic suits. I mean, we're talking GM Command, GM Repair GM, and a GM Sniper. I will explain that it's very easy to get meta suits, so I'll explain this real quick. So once you're in game, usually for new players, you're gonna have to start a tutorial. It'll throw you through a tutorial for your first time, and then make you do these small matches, at least I think 6 of them, and then it'll let you go into the 52 versus 52, which you can squad up, you can actually command an entire 50-person team, which is pretty radical. But anyways, let's get on to the cooler stuff. So when you log in, also it'll pop something into your inbox every day, and it's a daily ticket. Make sure you use those. It's good ways to get little things. You can get a BC ticket, mechanic ticket, stuff you can sell for money in game. Coordinate tickets. Alright. And we also have something called a Gashcon in game, so you can use the GP down here and buy tickets. So I have some I'll show you. And it's incredibly RNG. A lot of people that's a turn off, but I mean, to each their own. You don't have to spend money on this game to get good or have good stuff. You just have to play it a lot. Got a full armor Thunderbolt rental. Okay, and then this is the big thing. If you want good meta suits, you get the BC tickets and use them on these. You can also buy Bandai coin if you have a 3D secure credit card, or if you want to go and buy web money from third-party websites like CGM, you can buy it there, and it'll let you use web money cards that you can use to purchase the BC in game. That'll save for a different tutorial. But as you can see, we have lots of suits that are pretty already caught up. Got the RX-94, the freaking, forget his name, the bastard from Sentinel. And then we have the Double Zeta, the Ball K, and the TR1 Advanced. And of course, we just got the Gundam Origin thanks to Origin Update 5. We also have suits that you can get through pass means. Another cool thing that they did have is if you buy 3,000 Bandai coin, which is about equivalent to about $30 in game, or $30 in real life. I know, woo. You can go and it gives you a golden Haro ticket, which you can go to this exchange parlor right here and exchange it for any suit that's on here, right? We have the Tristan, the Gundam Mark II Bull Armor. We have an EXS booster, pretty mean, and then the G Armor. And of course there's other suits all the way down. We have O's, double Zetas. You can get a Zeta. I mean, if you want it, you can have it. If you want to spend the money. Otherwise, you can spend like 1500 BC and roll for them on the DX Gashapons. There's always events also handing out tickets to from month to month. But yep, that about covers the registry and getting installed and getting in game guide, guys. If you have any other questions, I will have a Discord link posted, or this should be posted in the Discord if you're in the Discord. Alright guys, well, hope to see y'all on the battlefield. Yep, long live the new types.